This is Books Nelson with the Amy Bro Show, and we are getting a deep dive into, as you can see in the title, speed boosting, Hall of Fame QuickDraw, Hall of Fame range extender, 6'11", base Lamarcus Aldridge. Alright, so here we go. He has a 99.3 and a 99 mid-range. All of the post-up ratings you want on the whole planet. This card is just super juicy. He's got an 84 driving dunk, which you can obviously boost if you want. So this is with a coaching boost. I believe he'll get contact dunks with floor general. Have to play him in game to see. Obviously, once he gets into takeover, he'll definitely get that. Not into takeover, but once he starts heating up a little bit. I do have a ball handle shoe on him right now, just so I can speed boost off rip. I have a whole bunch of ball handle shoes, just gold ball handle shoes for these situations for the channel. Just so you can see exactly what he would be like with a shoe. I don't want to move sliders or anything like that. All right, so that having been said, elite rebounder, 85 perimeter defense. Let's see. So the important thing for him is really offensively, you should be able to boogie. It's really the lateral quickness. It's an 86, highly respectable. I would definitely say a floor general and possibly a lateral quickness shoe might be the way to go. On this card, he has a 90 speed and 80. That is not boosted, by the way. That's just his speed. I mean, it might be boosted by D'Antoni, but it's not boosted by a shoe. He has an 86 speed with ball that is, I believe, boosted by the shoe. So, so this is what it would look like if you put a speed with the ball and ball handling shoe on Lamarcus Aldridge. But I'm telling you guys right now, this card can really move. At 6'11", he feels pretty legit, not going to lie. So you see here with the slashing badges, he pretty much has everything. Shooting badges, again, he has everything. Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame catch and shoot. This guy's going to be a bucket. And his release is really easy. It's like right at the top of his jump. He has a high release. Obviously, Aldridge base, very popular, particularly from 2K19. But it's a good release. I know a lot of people complain about it. But yeah, they don't like base 11, Aldridge base, very similar. But I think it's a very learnable, very makeable release once you get used to it. That having been said, so here's a key. It says here that he has gold quick first step. This feels like a lie. This feels like he has Hall of Fame quick first step. All right, and I'm going to show that to you guys in a second. So we see here, he wants for nothing overall as a card. A lot of people are complaining about gold clamps versus Hall of Fame clamps. I mean, there is a difference between the two badges, but it's not a difference that would make me take a card like Aldridge, who's possibly elite as a big man shooter and a very strong big man dribbler, and not take him. It's like, it's a shame he doesn't have Hall of Fame, clamps. But that doesn't change how I look at the card. All right, so that having been said, so this is the Aldridge shot, pretty famous, all right, pretty popular. We're all familiar with it. The one thing I will say is he definitely feels like he has a legit version of Hall of Fame range extender. I've talked extensively about how some cards say they have Hall of Fame range extender, but it doesn't quite feel like it. As soon as you start going into the weeds, you start missing. But this card definitely feels like he can shoot from deep very, very effectively. And he has so this step back, I don't normally like it on guards, but for big, it's nice because he has such a big character model that this is just a quick little move to get him into that Hall of Fame range extender range that makes it harder to guard him as an opposing big. So I like that a lot. So we're going to look at his leaner real quick. Very solid, very big man-like, but very easy to see animation. As you can see there, I mean, I saw the animation once, I could green right away. And now I apologize for these words I'm about to speak. Look at Lamarcus Aldridge off the peekaboo. Very nice. That's pretty elite, guys. Like, that's actually really good. He's really good. I think this card is really good. This is another card. People might really be sleeping on this card because I think he's a little bit of a problem. I think he might be a little bit of a problem. Because when you talk about a card can, really just like, as a big, he can do that. Any big that can do that is probably pretty good in the game. And then when the big can do that, and they can also, like, peekaboo off of it, and you can see here, so I'm moving around with him, and you can just see he just moves very quick. He moves very fast. He doesn't feel like he has gold quick first step. And normally when a card has a gold quick first step versus Hall of Fame, I can really feel it. But there's a secret sauce to the movement of these characters that we don't know about. It's not all badges and the ratings that we're aware of. There are either ratings or animations, transitional animations that we're not aware of. that makes these cards move better than others. And you can see there, off the jab step, he's a monster. I actually think this card might be a lot better than people would assume. Off the spin, off the triple threat, pump fake, he's really good. Did he just miss a dunk? All right, this card is bad. I take everything back. No, I'm kidding. No, he's really. I think he might be a really strong card. Like, especially offensively, obviously. Defensively, we have to see how he performs. We'll look at some of those full court animations and stuff like that. We can see that little bit of a glitchy speed up. Yeah, this guy has some little secret sauce to him that makes him move a little better. His big man standard dribble animations are nothing to write home about. But again, the key is once you're speed boosting with this character, then he really can move. All of those speed boost dribbles are very effective with Aldridge. And you see that big wide crossover, crazy glitchy hop step. Guys, if this card was on, if like literally just a week ago, if this card was on bid and he had a Galaxy Opal border, I guarantee you people would be making a lot of noise about him. I think because he's a token market card and he has that pink diamond border, people want to believe that he's bad. But I'm here to tell you, I do not think that that is the case. I think this Lamarcus Aldridge card might not only not be bad, but he might be very good. Now, he's probably a step behind the Amaris of the world in terms of just the raw athleticism. Is he doesn't have the dunk ratings or animation package to hold up with those cards to that extent. That having been said, I'll tell you what, the way he moves, I think he's competitive with most second tier power forwards. And when I say second tier, I mean like A tier. I think he's competitive with most A tier power forwards, and he's free for a couple of token shillings in your auction house. This might allow you to sell certain cards. So I wouldn't take him over Bull, but if I was hard up for MT and I had to sell Blake Griffin and keep this card, if I was competing online and that was my goal to go 12-0, I don't feel like Aldridge would make it harder for me to go 12-0. I think he's a different style, but the way he moves, you see the hop step is crazy. The fact that he can speed boost definitely changes the dimensions of what this card can do. So I think this is a really good card. I think he's pretty strong. And now I'm just gonna mess around, look at his layup and dunk packages so you guys can see that. Not a great layup package at all. You definitely want to avoid that layup right there. Let's see his. Yeah, it's almost like he has a forced cradle layup in all of his layup animations, which isn't necessarily the worst thing in the world, but I would say it's something. So that's a nice Euro step for a big. That's pretty good. Something you definitely want to be aware of. His size up package. So the one thing I'll say about his size up package, he has a very nice big man size up package for his standstill dribbles. So we're going to look at those real quick. So this is his regular size up, which is pretty standard. This is his crossover, and you see that low crouch. That low crouch in that crossover, which means quick explosion. So if you do that low crouch, you generally can explode fairly quickly out of those low crouching moves. And you see right there, he launched as soon as he did it. Maybe it's his size up package that makes him move so quickly, but I'm telling you, when you get these dribbles going, he just immediately, you can see there, he just runs out of that dribble really, really quickly. So if you're not just in the Opal market saving $750 and you need to pick up pink diamonds, I would definitely say, he's free, so give this Opal, not Opal, I called him an Opal by accident. Give this pink diamond Lamarcus Aldridge a shot. Throw a shoe on him of some kind to just speed him up a little bit, whether it's lateral quickness, whether it's the ball handling shoe, whatever it is. Give him a little more speed with the shoe, and once you do that, he gets into a pretty glitchy territory. This is Lamarcus Aldridge. He doesn't move like Lamarcus Aldridge at all. He moves much faster. He moves much more athletically. He's not an S-class athlete in the game because guys like Blake and Amari and Anthony Davis exist, but I do think he's that next level down, and he's also huge, which is a big factor. He's huge, and he has a phenomenal shot and phenomenal post-up animations. So across the board, and post-up ratings as well. So I think this is a really versatile big man, a very strong big man. And the main thing I would say is how does he perform in the game defensively is really the thing that's going to determine if he's a nice free budget card or if he's legitimately like, no, really, like you should be using Lamarcus Aldridge if you don't have, a large investment of MT into your cards, because at his size, a lot of this stuff is really, really strong at his size. And again, I personally love his shot. I think his shot is really easy to green. You guys have seen me shoot it a lot in this practice. And again, I'm talking to you guys. So if I can green this while talking to you guys, that means with a little bit of practice, you can definitely green his shot all the time. You see the hop step is just crazy. I'm gonna look at a few more animations, see if we can pull something out here with Aldridge. Let's look at his, see if he can cancel some frames on his half spin. Now his half spin garbage, unfortunately. No half spin dribbles, but the good news for him, most centers don't have, center slash power forwards, don't have really strong size ups, but I do think his size up is really strong. His behind the back is really good. His between the legs is really good. Obviously, he can misdirect very strongly. And I mean, again, any center that can do that stuff and pull up and peekaboo. I did it early in the video, but just in case you missed it, you know, peekaboo. Let's see if the pro hezi. I don't know if he's going to be very strong off the pro hezi because it's, yeah, no pro hezi for him. You're only going with peekaboo and quick stops for Aldridge. But still, he's going to be very strong off the quick stop, very strong off the peekaboo. I definitely would say, you know, overall, fairly high tier offensive card for these pink diamond rewards. Obviously, I can't tell how he's going to play defensively. Gold clamps could be a little bit of an issue, but I don't think it's so much of an issue that I would overlook a 6'11", speed boosting, quick stopping, you know, misdirecting, just zigzagging, hop stepping, you know what I'm saying? Post up genius card. I don't know if I would overlook all of those things because if they're playing this specific card, it'll be a little harder to defend with clamps. Because you know what? Quite frankly, defensively, power forwards don't love being on the perimeter guarding guys anyway. It's just character models are just too big. Like you're it's just not ideal. You know, so I don't think if he had Hall of Fame clamps, that wouldn't really change my opinion of the card. Is it a little bit of a bummer that he only has gold clamps? Sure. But put a lateral quickness shoe on him. I'm sure he'll be fine. And you can just enjoy speed boosting and peekabooing with him and getting 3 points on the other end. And he's probably a really good post-up defender. He's got a really thick character model. You know, very, very, I'm not going to say muscular, but he's got a big, solid body that I'm pretty sure is hard to get around in the post, and he probably has like every post lockdown, whatever badge. We'll take a look. See, his 17 defensive badges. He's got, yeah, Hall of Fame brick wall, Hall of Fame box, heart crusher, intimidator, move interrupt, post lockdown, Hall of Fame, right? Rebound chaser, Hall of Fame. So elite rebounder, elite rim protector. He probably doesn't have the arms to, you know, be a Dino Raja in terms of shot blocking, but he doesn't appear to have T-Rex arms either. His arms are skinny, which can sometimes make the arms look a little shorter, like at the bottom, when the forearms are kind of skinny, but it looks like his arms are dropping low. Yeah, his arms are long enough. He's no Kevin Willis, right? He's not out here, you know, chasing people out of a park full of dinosaurs or anything. Like his arms are long enough. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for the Aldridge review. I believe I've already gone over his post-up animations with his diamonds. So, I mean, long story short, the one thing I would say is don't sleep on his post his post double step back. So if you step back in the post and then you do that little step back right there, it's actually a pretty good move that catches people. Again, this is more of a shot clock winding down thing, but it is a move that he has at his disposal, a move he can hit. And if your offense is completely shut down, it's nice to have a character that has a little bit of a bailout move, but definitely not something you're going to go to all the time. But if you want to see his post up moves, you guys can check out the video of his diamond for that, but obviously he's Lamarcus Aldridge, so he's an elite post-up player. You should be able to score very viably out of the post with him. As long as you have someone of equal or lesser height to yourself, there should be no problem. And in some cases, probably with taller characters, you can cook them. Particularly as the character is also very fast, and with his new speed boosting powers out of the post, he can obviously, you know, get out of those dribbles really, really quickly. Out of that post step back, he's going to be even faster than he was before. You know, so yeah, just overall a fantastic, glitchy 6'11" Hall of Fame range extender. Fantastic hop step, which I've done a bunch in the video. I didn't specifically stop and say here's his hop step, but I did it 500 times in the video. So you know, he's great. I think he's pretty awesome, and we'll see how he plays in game. But between his excellent shoot, I mean, he was already not a terrible card as a diamond who couldn't speed boost and didn't have every single badge in the game. But now that he does have all of that stuff, he's probably pretty good. All right, so that's going to cut it for Lamarcus Aldridge. I hope this was informative for you guys. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. I am Sim Nation Books with That Me Bro Show. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and peace.